members, and I bought my aunt a gift, and it was just a small gift. And one of the things that really stood out to me was she told me, she says, Erica, why did you buy me so many things? You should save your money. And she's a really kind heart. She is a amazing person, and I truly mean that. And when I bought her some face mask, I bought her some snack, I bought her some tea. And the whole idea, the reason why I did that is because she's a really good person. She has she she has she has to stay indoors a lot, right? So I thought to myself, well, if she's going to stay indoors, like I had to stay indoors for a couple of months, I want to make sure that she's comfortable, right? So that was my thinking about it, because you guys know, and if you guys have been following the stream, I have like so many snacks in New York. I have so much like drink, coffee, that kind of stuff. It's like I'm ready to bunker down. When she had mentioned that, when she told me, she says, oh, save your money. Um, I wanted to tell her, I said, the whole reason for having money is to have financial security and also do things that you want to do. And I could spend my money on a luxury item. I could spend it on a nice watch. But in all honesty, I'd rather spend the money on family, because family is what really matters. And I understand it's coming from a point of care, and it comes from a place of concern, because she knows I don't have a job. But I know what's in my bank account. I know what I can afford, and I can afford that. So all that kind of stuff. So I'm showing you these watches, and you might be all like, Erica, why are you showing us these watches? What's the point of this? All these watches cost thousands of dollars. And I don't want people to kind of find themselves in a situation one day, and I've always talked to you guys about financial security, right? I don't want you guys to one day think, hey, I'm going to spend all my money on luxury purchases, and I don't have the money to buy a small gift for someone. And some people would say, Erica, this sounds ridiculous. Like, why are you telling us this? Like, okay, we can afford, a small gift. Can you? Really? It's because some people over leverage themselves, and I've seen it. I've seen it like time and time again, where people buy these like freaking luxury purchases. This is a Hermes bag, by the way. And then they're happy having it, and then something happens, and then they can't buy themselves something because they say, oh, I don't have any money. So that's my whole thing about why I save money, because I save money so that way I can spend it on stuff that I really want. Not saying that I don't like luxury items, because I do like luxury items, but I'm very mindful about how I spend it. And if I do spend money on things, I'll spend it on experiences, I'll spend it on people that I care about, but I do it in a very financially savvy way. If, and I think the amount that I spent on that little gift that I got her was about $30. It wasn't that much money, okay? Um, I spend more than $30 on dinner going out in Hawaii. So it's just like, it's not a big deal to me, but it just made me kind of think back on it. And like I said, I understand the appreciation, I understand the concern, but you got to ask yourself, right? Is the whole point of life, is the whole point of making money, saving money, just to have it? Or is it to really just make sure that you're able to do what you want to do? And for me, I want to be able to buy gifts for people if I want to buy them a gift. I don't want to like, or if something emergency happens and I need to shell out thousands of dollars, I can shell out for thousands of dollars. Okay, so that's why I've spoken to you guys, and I said, hey, I'm really appreciative of the fact that I didn't work for 2 years, but now it's coming to a point where I'm kind of thinking, like, I really should work. I really should save up money, because I know that as I get older, as my family gets older, people in my life get older, there comes increased costs. And I know people say, okay, you're just 33. Yeah, I know I'm just 33, but I do also recognize that the people around me are getting older. And I don't want to be one of those people where it's where it's like, oh, okay. Look at that. Everybody's going into the Disney store. Do you see that? Such a freaking long line. Yeah. So, I'm so sorry, you guys. I have a face mask on. That's why you can't hear me. But I'm pretty freaking isolated right now, so I'm gonna keep my face mask off for a while. Yeah. So Jonathan brings up a good point. You know, buy it a used price, buy a pre-owned watch. I agree with that too. I would say that if you guys want, you know, buy a used Rolex, buy a used watch because you'll save a lot of money, and ain't nobody gonna know you bought it used. I've seen people who have used watches, and it looks phenomenal. So if you have a used watch and if you have a watch you wear it once and it instantly becomes used. It's like having a used car. Yeah, it's on Alamana Shopping Center. There's no freaking toy thing. I don't know where the hell the toy went. They're all gone. Maybe they're social distancing or something. I don't know. Put the freaking toys on here. At least not in this pool. Look at that. All those people wanting to spend money. It's okay to want to spend money. Look, I don't shame people for wanting to spend money, but I do implore people to think carefully about how they're spending their money. And I think people really need to focus more on financial security. Yeah, for sure. So, Rolex are a waste of money. I think Rolexes are over. I don't see the point of having a Rolex going to be real here, especially now because people, if they want to look at the time, what do? They go on their phone, right? Or you can get the same kind of thing with a Casio watch. I know people hate me saying that kind of stuff. A Timex, a Casio. But the look of a Rolex is definitely different than the look of, let's say, a cheaper watch, a Seiko, for instance. But yeah, I really like the Omega Speedmasters. I think those are really nice watches, but they're expensive too. Like, look up how much an Omega Speedmasters. I like those watches. They're really sporty. I don't know anybody personally that has an Omega. I've known people with Breitlings. I think that's how you pronounce them. I've known people with Rolexes. I've known people with Casios, Timex. Yeah. So Emily says the best way to spend money is to buy stocks. Second way is to buy a house. Third way is to buy Bitcoin. The last way to buy land. Poor people buy worthless items to be flashy. I agree with you, Emily. People will say, you know, don't buy stocks, but I have, you guys know I invest in stocks. I really am a big fan of investing into stocks, but I don't do I don't do like those meme stocks much anymore. I'm still holding on to my Genie, believe it or not. But yeah, I heard I bought Space, and I heard Space. They just went into space, SPCE, not financial advice. They just went into space, so they expect the stock to go up bigly on Monday, allegedly, because of the space war between what was it, Branson, Bezos, and Musk. So yeah, but I'm curious to see what happens with that, for sure. So yeah, I'm holding on to stocks, but I hold on to them long. I don't want to be one of those day traders because it's too stressful for me. So yeah, I look at my stock portfolio and I'm like, I'm not cashing out right now, but I'm just holding. If my stock portfolio drops like 2% in a day, I'm like, that sucks, but I'm holding long. I can't think freaking short term. I gotta think long term, right? So that's what I do, for sure. And yeah. Overall, I know everybody else is wearing a mask and I'm not wearing a mask. So I want to do this quick stream, but I got to put my mask on. But overall, like I said, save your money, invest your money, focus on what really matters. And I would tell you guys that whatever age you are, if you feel the need to flash items, that doesn't make you a better person. I feel like that's so shallow to do. Especially, it's kind of like what would I say? It's kind of inconsiderate, or it's kind of like, I would say, insensitive, because a lot of people aren't doing so well right now. So do you really want to be that person who's like, ooh, look at me, I just dropped $3,000 on this so and so luxury item. Look at my new kicks. And I was speaking to some people, and they were telling me, they said, Yeah, a number of people coming to Hawaii are coming to Hawaii not because they can afford it, but because they're spending their stimulus money on it. So if they didn't have the stimulus money, there would be no way they would come to Hawaii. And I just think to myself, like, yeah, what did I do with my stimulus money? I saved it, I invested it. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk too much about my freaking SPY put, I think April 17th SPY put that me over, but yeah, I lost money on that. I lost one stimulus check on that. But other than that, yeah, it's just like, don't don't spend your money on money that you need. Don't spend stuff. I mean, don't spend a large amount of money on something you don't need when your economic situation says like, hey, I'm only doing this because that's stimulus money, right? I'm only buying this because that's stimulus money. I say the better thing to do is invest that stimulus money. Don't buy options, just my personal opinion, of course not financial advice, and invest in something that you believe in. Whether it be, I mean, I don't know, I don't think you can buy real estate for 1,600. But like stock or something like that, some commodity. If you want to be like Peter shift over here and buy it gold, and in 30 years it'll still be 1,800. You can do that, right? That kind of stuff. Yeah. What jet lag? I'm in Hawaii, so I mean I don't have any jet lag right now. I'm past it. I've been here for quite some time. Been here for over a week. Uh, you know what? I mean, Jonathan says I want to try stocks, but I haven't found the time. Just buy a stock. My suggestion is, let's say you want to invest. Let's make it easy. $10,000 on a stock, right? What I would do is $1,000 in a stock every month for 10 months, because that way you average up or you average down. I did that with Bitcoin, because you guys know Bitcoin used to be really high, and then it dropped down. It went from like 60, I think started buying at 45, and then it went up to 50 something, and then 60, and then it dropped down to 35. And yeah, at this point I'm just like, eh. So it's like averaging down from that point, right? So I just hold. I hold. I'm a hodl. I don't freak out. Like I see my stock go down some days, and I'm like, whatever. At the end of it, my portfolio is at a net profit than a negative, and I'm happy about that, because like, what if I had just spent all my money, right? Let's say I had $10,000 stock portfolio. What would have happened if I spent that $10,000 on a bunch of luxury items? Let's say I bought a watch with that $10,000, right? I can tell you what happened. I would have that watch sitting in the closet. Maybe it'll get stolen. Maybe I would lose it, and then my watch doesn't freaking appreciate. My watch will either depreciate, or if it appreciates, it wouldn't be that much. And then if I resell it, if I try to sell it to someone, like to a store or something, like consignment, then I'm going to be losing money, because they're going to want their cut. Or if I want to sell it on eBay, I'm going to lose 10% or so, because they're going to want a cut. Then I got to insure that thing. You see where I'm getting at? So whatever item I have, I want my money to grow. I don't want my money to just say, sit $10,000, and then 5 years later it's still $10,000 or it's $8,000. See? Big difference there. Big difference there. So I that's how I see purchases, and people will give me crap about that and be like, oh, Erica, well, how come you're not buying nicer things? Why aren't you just buying stuff in Miu Miu? Why don't you buy, a Moncler jacket instead of buying buying like a no-name winter jacket? It's because I don't need that stuff. I rather save my money, a couple $100s, a couple $1,000s, and invest it. See? And then that way, whatever I do with my money, it's like I know my money is growing. Or if I put it in a bank account, it's kind of growing, not really, but kind of growing. Let's be real here, like the 0.0003% interest rate isn't really doing much, but at least I'm not tying my money into all this luxury stuff. And I'll show you all more really quick. So we got Victoria's Secret, pink, all this stuff. Oh, look, we got a Tesla thing over there. And it's just like these kind of places, it tells you spend. And it's not, It's not good, you know. It's not good. But I like going shopping. Like, I know that sounds funny, but I actually like shopping at going to shopping malls and getting cardio, getting exercise that way. I actually walk a lot when I'm at a place like Alamona because I like checking out stores. I like going inside, seeing the merchandise, seeing, ooh, here's some pretty stuff. And then what do I do? Like 99% of the time, I just don't buy anything. I'm like, ooh, this is pretty. Oh man, it's like $500 for that cute little figurine. Yeah, I don't want it. I'd rather spend my $500 on Apple stock instead, or Microsoft stock instead. That's just my opinion. But you see, yeah. If you buy, yeah, VOO. I'm actually, I think I'm guessing VOO. I forgot. VOO, VTO, I forgot. Yeah, so I mean, like, you just put it, like, the thing about the stock market, and this is what I learned. You might tell yourself, like, oh, the stock market is too high right now. I should have invested in 5 years from now, right? But the problem is that, like, you're always going to feel that way because the stock market always hits a high in the future. If you don't believe me, look at the charts for, let's say, Amazon, right? Not even Amazon. Let's talk about Visa, all right? It's like you could have bought the stock 3 years ago and said you might have bought the stock 3 years ago, what you perceived to be at an all-time high, and look what the stock is right now, right? And it's like it's higher and higher and higher. Even Amazon hit their all-time high, I think, last week, right? 3,700 something. And you guys remember I was cursing Amazon. I was like, damn Amazon. But I also told you guys I didn't want to sell my Amazon stock because if I sold my Amazon stock, I knew it would go up, and then I'd be like, damn it, I should have just held. So I held on to it, and sure enough, I got my stock. The only thing I regret about the Amazon thing is I wish I bought more. So stupid, right? So stupid that I say it that way, but it's real. So, all that stuff, all that stuff. That's something to really think about. And yeah, so my thinking is like the best time to get into the stock market. It sounds really stupid, is now, but don't invest everything at one time. I would say split it up. Maybe within the course of the rest of your life or a year, invest a small portion, right? If you got $10,000, you can invest $1,000 over the next year, or you can spend $100 every month investing into a stock, or $200 every month investing into a stock, and then do this for the next 30 years. You're going to be considerably well off. So that's my strategy, and I wish, and I've said this to you guys before, but I wish I started investing when I was in high school, because I know a few people who invested when they were in high school, and they're freaking loaded. Yeah, and it's just because they invested money, and they invested early on, and then the freaking time came in, and I feel like such a dumbass because I think I knew what was happening, but I didn't invest, right? So what do, right? Starting in, I think, 2017, I started investing, and then my stock portfolio went up, and it's not nearly as high if I invested back in like the mid 2000s. But you know what? I can't beat myself up about that too much, right? Yeah. So that kind of stuff, right? Oh yeah, the Roth stuff. Yeah, ETF. Yeah, I believe strongly in those kind of stuff too. So, yeah. So, like, all that kind of stuff, yeah, it's flashy, yeah. So you don't want to be, here's the thing, you don't want to be one of those people where they got the flashy Rolexes, and at the end of the day, they got no assets, right? They're like, I got a flashy Rolex, I go to the club with my Rolex, right? I wouldn't recommend that. But let's just say I go to the club with the Rolex, and that's it. I mean, I was having a conversation with someone about, those rappers with their freaking chains. I'm like, who the hell is this rapper? Like, I've never heard about them, but they got this like $250,000 diamond encrusted chain. It's like some stupid thing too. I forgot. Like, there've been some really ridiculous like rapper diamond chains. Like they'll put stupid designs on there. I don't know, like a rubber ducky or something. I don't know, like who the hell would buy that, right? But I think it's trying to send off the image like I am so rich, I can spend $250,000 on a rubber ducky, gold and diamond or platinum chain, and I made it in life. But it's not surprising to hear about these people being flat out broke, right? And then when they're broke, it's like, what the hell do they do, right? It's just like, it's weird to me. It's really weird to me. It's like someone has all this money and they and choose to invest that money into this stupid gold chain. And it's like the gold chain's not going to appreciate in value unless they become iconic, right? Like if Elvis had a gold chain with diamonds, you know, that thing would shoot up in value, but that's also partially because he passed away. See where I'm getting at? So all that stuff is just kind of things I think about, and then it saddens me because it's like you see rapper culture. It's like, you know, look at me, I got the flashy stuff in life. I made it, and it signals to other people that if they want to make it, they better be rocking their Balenciaga shoes. They got to be rocking their LV stuff. You know, they got to be rocking around their, you know, Gucci this, Gucci that. And at the end of the day, these people are like freaking kind of broke. Or they're in debt, and then but they walk down the street and they're like, haha, I'm much better than that person because that person's in t-shirt and jeans. You know, I have my Gucci belt. See? So that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna get going. I just wanted to do a quick stream. I ate too many freaking pancakes. I normally don't eat so much freaking carbs, but yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. You guys know how my streams are. It's very impulsive because I have an idea in my head, and before the idea runs away, I want to stream it because I'm like, damn it, damn it, damn it. So yeah, 21-minute video, not too bad at all. Yeah, I'm so sorry, party. I'm gonna get going, but you can watch your stream again if you want. It's pretty short, and I'm gonna be walking around all in one. I'll probably browsing around to places and burning off some pancakes in me. Oh gosh, those pancakes were super thin, but they're actually super filling. I couldn't believe how filling those pancakes were. They look like crepes, but I ate two. I thought I could eat 3 of them, but I ate 2 of them and I had to tap out for sure. Okay. Yeah, and the weather does look very nice, doesn't it? I think it's like 85, 83 degrees, so you can see how people are dressed. They're very cool. You know, we got the trade winds over here. It's nice and relaxing. Yeah, I do wonder how New York is, and I do miss, you know, I do miss being in New York, and yeah, but I'm enjoying Hawaii while I am in Hawaii, and look at this, I'm just like seated over here, as relaxed as can be. Nobody else is around me, nobody's sitting around there. And it's nice. It's really nice. I like this thing. You see how wide it is? You see how wide this is? Oh, I love this so much. It's just like, it's like I want to say it's like, it reminds me of being like a little kid. You know, it's not one of the skinny ass benches, but it's like so big that you could like sit in and you have it like all the way up over here if you really want to scoot back. It's great. It's really, really great. If I ever found myself in a position where I could be next to one of these things and I could have a custom deck of sorts of things like this, I would want to make it wide like this because I just love it. It's so simple. You can have this for years and years and years, but I absolutely love it. So I love the simple things in life. I love the people in my life. I love, you know, having great weather and trade winds. Look at this trade winds. I don't know how I don't know how New York is right now, but we have trade winds. See the leaves are moving. It's great. And yeah, it's like natural air conditioner. That's why this is an open air shopping mall. You don't have to worry about it being stuffy. And the air is so clean here. It's so clean. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. So yeah, I was talking to some family and friends, and I was just telling them. I said, hey, you know, never take for granted your trade winds in Hawaii, because the trade winds in Hawaii, it makes a big difference. And it's just beautiful. It's really beautiful. Stop by an ABC for me. I'm gonna stop over at an ABC. Seriously? Okay, you know what? Hold on. I don't know what I can do. There's my wonderful little bench that I was sitting in. Ain't nobody watch my streams anyway, so I'm not worried about this. I'm not Lewis. Like Lewis, people recognize him. Nobody recognizes me, and I love it that way. I don't want to get recognized. I actually value my privacy, believe it or not. But I stream because I want to show you guys certain things. And I love just having, I guess, the opportunity to show you like, hey, this is how my freaking hometown shopping mall is. I used to, like I said, I used to come to Ala Moana like every week before. Just walk in. Look at this. Oh, see, I love these things. You see how they have like the visual merchandising kind of thing? Okay, I like this bag a lot, but I know it's super expensive. That looks like such a cheap bag, but it's not a cheap bag. In the Balenciaga. Oh, I love their bags, but it's so freaking heavy. I don't do well with heavy leather bags. I really don't. And I have no desire to get another purse. That's a cute purse though. That white one is cute. But I have so many purses, I don't need more purses. See this one? Like there's this consumerist in me still where I like this stuff. But then the realist in me says, Erica, you'd be blowing so much money if you bought every single purse that you thought was cute. And then you have to, I only got one shoulder at a time. So yeah, this is my bag right here. It's a tie-dye bag. It's beautiful because, ooh, look at that. See this? I don't like Chanel too much. See that? This looks a little too serious for me. Which is funny because I actually have flats that look very similar to that. Espandrels or something like that. I forgot the name of it. I can't pronounce it like for me. Okay. Sure. So I'll go into, just for you, I'll go and check out frickin' ABC. Okay? Now I'm gonna have to hide the camera most likely because I don't think they want people streaming. But hopefully I'm okay. See, there's an ABC store over there. And then I'll end my stream. Oh, UCC Coffee? Frickin' UCC Coffee is like at several places. There's Jungle Fun. It's kind of early right now, so not all the stores are open. It's not frickin' New York. A lot of stores are open at night. See that? ABC stores. Okay, let's see if I get in trouble over here. Ooh, tea espresso to go. See that? See these? If you want to get it cheaper, go to like Walmart or go to Long's. Don't buy the macadamia nuts. See? If you go to CVS, it's like $4.79. It doesn't seem like much, but if you buy volume, it adds up. Ooh, there's hand powder. Ooh. I'm so sorry, you guys, if it's looking a little jumpy. And then hand sanitizer over here. And that is it. So I'm going to get going over here. And, yeah. And then you got like a few things over here. See this stuff? I've never seen people shop at this E&K jewelry place. Body Shop's not even open now. Well, Body Shop is 100% vegetarian. I had no idea. Cool. So, is there a place where I can sit? So that was my really, I'm so sorry guys, really quick tour of the ABC store that I wanted to show you guys. There's our food court over here. And that is about it. Not really too much to show you guys. But, oh look, so yeah, a bunch of places are still closed. It's still early, that's why. There's over there. Oh gosh, look at this. Cookie corner. You see that cookie corner? Oh, I love cookie corner so much. They have really good chocolate chips. I'm not kidding you. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can smell it. Oh, I want to buy chocolate chip cookies. You see that? Kaki mochi. Okay, kaki mochi is like arare, so it's like chocolate chip with mochi crunch. See that? Oh, it's so good. Freaking, I love these cookies. They're like $2 each, but I love these cookies quite a bit. Okay. So, I will talk to you guys later. And hope you got a good glimpse of... Oh my god, did the magnet place actually close down? Holy crap, there was a magnet place here forever and ever and ever. It looks like they finally closed down. Oh yeah, they closed down. Holy crap. Anybody know this magnet place? If any of you guys have been in like Honolulu, you guys exactly know what the magnet place is. I was thinking like, how the hell does the magnet place get the rent here? Right? Like, how much freaking magnets are you selling to have a space that big in between Jungle Fun and Cookie Corner? Cookie Corner, I can understand them making volume. Jungle Fun, I can understand them making volume. But a freaking magnet store, they're just selling like made in China magnets. That's a good one. Emily said the way I stopped spending was the money represent the time it took to make it. So I realized I would spend X amount of my life for shoes that cost me. Yeah. I just kind of think like, what would I rather have, right? Would I rather have my money be in a situation where it's growing, or would I rather have a situation where it's just going down? So, of course, right? I could spend my money on buying this or buying that, but I choose. Look at that God right there. I choose not to. Oh, this used to be Nature Republic. They closed down. See this? Look at these Rolex sets. Ooh, these things are gold. Yeah. Like, this is not the time people really need to be buying jewelry, in my opinion. But what do I know, right? What do I know? And then there's Leticia. I love Leticia. I don't really buy stuff from there. I only buy stuff there maybe like one bag of tea a year, and that's like $8. Yeah, I have so much tea at home. It's kind of crazy. This place has really good tea. So, I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you guys enjoyed my stream. Again, learned something perhaps. Maybe it brought some awareness to you guys about certain things. And yeah, I'm going to be browsing around and checking other places out. I don't want to have my camera while I'm walking and like talking, and like I can't really do a lot of things if I'm streaming. So that's why I do this kind of stuff. Okay.